record probably means, at least for this year, you just want to allow him, leave him alone, sort of thing. It is what it is. 4:30 of you locked in. I'm appreciative of the engagements and things like that. Should we get into, let's cover all the, you know what, let's cover all the transfer stuff, and then let's get into the fixture list, people. If I'm completely honest, that makes it a bit easier for me and for you lot, man. So yeah, man, where are we gonna start? Let me put my timestamp there. You know, it's always essential, these timestamps. So yeah, let's get into this. Let's see what other things are going on in the transfer world, people. Let's see what else is going on in the transfer world. One sec, share my screen with you. Appreciate that, Oliver. Big up Infamous. I appreciate that, man. Sky to your back, fresh omen. That I appreciate that. But let's remove that. We've covered. Well, apparently, you know, if we go on to Hector Bellerin, don't know where that's there. If we look at Hector Bellerin, information again, Google Translate isn't doing us nicely. But Hector Bellerin's agent, shortly before the training headquarters, arrived shortly before the training. I assume it means to say at the headquarters of the Spanish club Villarreal, to meet with officials there to talk about some issues related to the transfer market. This visit comes within the framework of an expanded tour by the agent in Spain to the headquarters of several clubs that have registered interest in the Spanish international player. Now, that is in relation to Hector Bellerin. Now, again, I don't want to, before I get into what I feel is going to happen, we've got to remember, I don't know who Hector Bellerin's agent is. He might have a few other clients that might even play for Villarreal, or Villarreal doing their own thing. But for what it's believed, you know, clearly his agent is trying to sort my man and move away. We heard he was at Betis's training ground. For whatever reason, that was a myth. Villarreal, Unai Emery's guy, Spain, and all of those sort of things. It'd be lovely for Bellerin to go there, but I can't see it happening unless they pay the fees. And we can't get Paul Torres, but just in terms of ambition, I'd be trying to get Paul Torres, but, you know, Hector Bellerin may or may not be on the move in that regards, people, which, again, it would be good because, you know, you want to see the future sorted out of Matteo Guendouzi, Torreira, Bellerin, Leno. Half of these players need to, like, anybody that always has drama with every good game and then every bad game, they're staying on going, let's go, man, because it's a time to reset, man. It's a time to reset. A man said 200 likes. Let's go. Let's keep going, assuming it actually is there. Don't let me down. Please let it be. Let's go for 300, as Emma said. Shout the members out in their bunches. You know, it's coming like everybody who's at work, school, gym, trap. You know, some people might even be in the HMP, wherever you guys are. It's like everybody in their day saw Madison and thought, let's stop here. Let's see what's going on here and things like that. And let's drive up the engagement. But in relation to Bellerin, that's that, people. Moving away from that, big up Chris Wheatley. He has said Marseille and Benfica have both been linked with Matteo Guendouzi in recent days. He's still expected to leave Arsenal this summer, but a member of his entourage told me yesterday that his future remains uncertain. Now, for what it's worth, I would love to keep Guendouzi, but, you know, if him and the manager, well, the manager apparently wants to get rid of Saliba based on the next report we're going to get into. If the manager hasn't had time, I ain't got time for him, then cool, make your profit and keep it moving. Now, that word uncertain, I mean, his future is uncertain. It looks like he's going Marseille, but until I's are dotted and T's are crossed, you know, there's a small hope that for me, him and Arteta, when everybody returns in July, the beef could be blessed because, you know, Guendouzi, I like him. I think he's a good player. I think he can tie into what we're doing. And, you know, I think we shouldn't be too hasty in a lot of these players' futures because there's a lot of question marks over the midfield. So, yeah, I mean, it's already uncertain. We don't know if you're staying or going. Technically, despite what we're told, you seem to be going Marseille. You've been linked with Benfica. He's been linked with Villarreal. He's been linked with a bag of clubs. So, of course, it's going to be uncertain. And with respect to Chris, of course, a member of his entourage is going to say it's uncertain because they want to keep all their cards close to their chest. I know Guendouzi, you know, he spoke about not exactly saying he's playing, but not ruled it out. And I know he's changed his, if you care about the Twitter stuff, his background to it, and he's updated it for an Arsenal thing. I still think he's gone. But, you know, suddenly, I do think Torreira should be moved on before him because he don't want to be here. You know, El Nene needs to be moved on. Suddenly, if you move on El Nene, if Joe Willock sits there and says, you know what, I love Arsenal, but I'm playing all the time at Newcastle, I'm busting out. Suddenly, you're stuck. You can be linked with Bissouma, Lukonga, and all these players, but who's actually here? You know, that's one. So I'll be keen to see what happens in that regards. Obviously, 1 minute Saliba is going, 1 minute Saliba is staying. I think Saliba is staying, but on the same side, you never really know. This Matt brother has said David Luiz has started talks with Marseille, who also wants Saliba and Guendouzi, preferably on loan. Now, we could let Guendouzi go out on loan. We've got an extra year on his deal, give them an obligation to buy, or extend it by a year. And we hope the Marseille loan in his homeland, that's the loan that really propels him, and somebody looks to take him on and buy him. And who knows, he might even get called up by France. Arsenal would rather sell. Saliba is keen to continue with Nice, according to a French publication. Now, if we skip over here, Saliba, I spent plenty of time begging Arsenal to sign you, Jules Koundé and Fofana. I watched your loan spot at St Etienne. I did loan report after loan report when you was at Nice. Nobody's leaving. No one's leaving. If I have to go to the Emirates myself, no one's leaving. I went through too much to not see this guy play in North London. I've done too much in tempering expectations, telling good and strong points. I've sold myself the dream of this 20-year-old, a Rolls Royce of a centre-half by the time he's 26 being certified. I want him. If Arteta and Arsenal sell him, there's problems because the man hasn't kicked a ball for this club. You know, we talk about the future. You have one. You finally have one where these, you know, all of these French players are doing a madness. We finally have one. Work with him and get the best out of him. I do think there's a lot. I keep saying, I'm tired of saying the same things about him. He's a leader. He's got good mentality. He plays well, but there's a couple of rough edges in his game, people. You know, he's heading, when to bring it out, when to pass, off the ball, gets caught flat-footed. Things you'd expect a 20-year-old to have. But apparently, L'Equipe have provided an update on the future of Saliba. Apparently, the 20-year-old has been the subject of interest for Marseille president about a loan, but the outlet claims that in an identical situation to Guendouzi, who they also want to sign, Arsenal would prefer to sell rather than loan out their assets once more. Saliba would also have to be convinced by the Europa League football at Marseille. To be fair, Arsenal aren't in anything. He said he quite likes the idea of settling with Nice. To be fair to you, I couldn't blame you. It seems like Todibo is staying there long-term from Barcelona, returning home. Saliba, you're there. They've got a young squad, like you see dotted around. It's like they've just signed bare FM Wonder kids at Nice. So it could be good. You're out of a pressurized environment. Let's see what this article has said. No, it's the same thing. But from an article I read on Twitter where I haven't got it, said that he's only really interested in staying at Nice if he's not in Mikel Arteta's plans. So we'd have to see, man. So yeah, man, it is what it is in that regard. So we'll have to see. Let's get into Aaron Ramsdale, man. Let's get into Aaron Ramsdale. Saliba is going nowhere. That guy can talk. Slow down. Are you on speed? Nope. I'm not on speed, Jason Groves. You know, I'm not even going to do it, Jason. I'm going to leave you, man. I'm going to leave you, Jason, man. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to allow you. I'm pretty sure you've got a nice wife, man. I'm going to leave you alone, Jason. I'm going to allow you, man. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. I'm fighting with the devil not to send for you, so I'm going to leave you, Jason, man. Shout out to you. Am I on speed? I can show you a gal what speed is. I'll give her the 30. I'll give her the 30-second first round thing, the Lengers, and then I'll redeem myself. It's not my fault, man. You know, cool, calm, and collected, man. But anyways, Arsenal have also been linked with Ramsdale. Now, I'm not involved in this Ramsdale business. Ramsdale's tired, man. Let's be real. Man can't catch. He's dead. Like, he frauded a bit at Bournemouth, frauded at Sheffield United. He's got in the English side. Obviously, in the future, he might be a decent keeper. Does he want to be a number two? You're hardly going to keep boosting your England prospects being a number two. Can he grow into a number one? I don't believe so. I'll be open to being proved wrong. I wouldn't want him. So I can't really see this. Again, he's homegrown, so that's a plus point. Arsenal make Aaron Ramsdale shock transfer target with 20 million Sheffield United keeper potential Bird Leno replacement, says Charlie. Aaron Ramsdale's a shock target for Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta. The 23-year-old was yesterday called up into the England Euro 2020 squad as a replacement for the injured Dean Henderson. Arsenal are eyeing up a move, as you lot could see here. We again make the decision for Leno. You know, Leno can't be sitting there, and you're right in saying, I want to focus on the Euros until now. If preseason is meant to be vital to us, we can't afford that. Tell Leno you're either staying or you're leaving. It is what it is because there's too much question marks. Apparently, Ramsdale's a surprise name on the Arsenal summer wanted list. Apparently, Sheffield United want 20 million. He's been linked with Spurs as well, for what it's worth. Matt Ryan's also been linked with us, but he's also been linked with Celtic. It comes down to, I guess, Celtic can offer you being number one. I'm not too sure Arsenal can offer you quite those long-term prospects. So, yeah, people. So that's what it is in relation to Ramsdale. I can't really see it happening, and I can't really, just can't see Aaron Ramsdale happening, people. So we'll have to see what happens in that regards. Make sure you're smashing the like button, people. Please make sure you're smashing the like button. Man said in the mud, Arsenal are. Saliba goes without kicking the ball. I'm not watching us next season. Bit extreme, but it is what it is. Afternoon, DG. Arsenal need to stop admiring and start doing. They expected us to trust a process, then let us start seeing processes. Facts. Saliba / Gabriel partnership will be riot, even if it's just for pre-season or cup games. We need to see it. We're not going to see it early on, because I don't think he's going to go with that. I think he's going to lean on a holding or something, or a new guy he brings in. Obviously, Gabriel would have played at the Olympics, so I'm not too sure. Wenger was quite cautious in the need for rest and things. So, my point is, in pre-season, they're not going to be able to work with each other. The communication levels between both of them should be good because the common language should be French. But again, in terms of understanding each other's play and stuff, I don't really know if they'll have enough time to work with each other in pre-season, people. It is what it is in that regards, man. What problem players do you feel we still have in our squad? I don't know, to be fair with you, because I don't really know them. The usual suspects that have been here, whether there's been different managers and all of those sort of things, man. Do you think Arsenal can sell a player for more than 20 million in 2021? It's down to them. I feel you, DG. I would like Guendouzi and Arteta to squash the beef. Would want to keep him. Like you said, in hindsight, he's one for the future. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. And for me, it would be another one where, again, we can have all the players for tomorrow as much as we want. Arteta's got to show that he can coach them, man. With the Madders rumours, I would love it, but AFC Bell said he's a target. We haven't made a bid. He hasn't said he would come to Arsenal. It's not going to happen. Facts. Oh, I couldn't leave him, man. I couldn't leave him because, this is what I tell you. Gally, please, on a serious note, yeah, if you like the guy, yeah, if you like the look of me, if you like my voice, if you like all of them, please slap some headphones in, because you're going to get brothers like Jason trying to accuse me of using drugs and stuff. The only drug I will probably need, in fact, I won't even need a Viagra pill. I'll just do it so I can lay your girl down all night. I'd ask her, can she record it and send it to you, brother? I don't mind if she leaks it on a Ray J, Kim Kardashian thing. I wouldn't mind. I said I wouldn't do it, but I just know this Jason brother is a neek, and I just thinking, I know if you see me in the street, you're going to ask for a picture, Because your girl will probably give you Aki for that. That'll probably be the one good thing you've impressed her with. Pussy old yeet, man. Man, I have to leave him. But these lot wake me up, man. I'd love to just clamp him, I'd love to clamp him, bro. So it's the YMB nitties that are talking about drugs and that. Bro, man, I show her speed, Man, I give the 30-second lane, get the rep will be down, and then the second round, man, I put respect on my name again, You know how it gets in the tight. She probably got the tight, and he ain't getting none. That's why he's vexed. Beating out his hand and them thing there, man. Man said, first thing I hear, I come into the stream, I'll give your girl the longest. Apologies, man. Apologies. Ramsdale, imagine a story. Broski, if we get him, I think we need to go back to basics and really improve our defense and how we use it. And I think you've got Ramsdale suspect, man. It's suspect, man. Might be something better, but who knows, man. Exactly. Gabriel and Gabriel Martinelli, they could potentially be playing in the Olympics. Couple man at Euros. Again, it is what it is, man. Filthy gears. Do you think Arteta is just a pawn, or he's backing the owners? And he's pretty much said what he's saying this window as last summer. Bro, everyone that is above the Kroenkes in this club are pawns. They're employees. And as much as I feel they're crippled by the regime, they all know the roles they walked into. I thought we was getting on Nana as well. Bending her back, breaking it, brother. Fully breaking it. And I bear back it to you, blood. Don't have my youth, though, obviously. DJ ain't made it yet. Trust me, bro. Violet, always pick the violets, bro. You go low, man, I go lower, bro. Have to rise up the something, man, because I just want to speak about football, but people want to draw me up for no reason. Anyways, man, what do you feel about Daniel Marlon making a comeback? Would love it, but that's probably where it's going to stay, innit? That's where it's going to stay. Just being a love drama. Man said, Maddison, not for me. Would love to know your reasons, Theo, but I can't see it happening. But if it was allowed to happen, I'm taking him 100%. 100%. I would love Millier. He was at Lorient under-20s World Cup. Same one Lituro Martinez was at. Same one a certain Norwegian striker who everybody wants was at. Their man are there. You just got to know where to look. You've got to know when to look. You've got to know how to look. And crucially, when you've done all of that, you need to make a move for a player. That's just how I look at it anyways. But what do I know? It's easier said than done. I'm just a humble football fan with a humble opinion.